Are you sick and tired of gambling your hard-earned money on Madden packs? Look no further than my sponsor, MMOEXP, for the cheapest and most reliable MUT coins on the market. And don't forget to use code Ferdy at checkout for 5% off. What's going on, guys? Today we have our first update to the running back tier list. Running back this year so far has easily been the slowest progressing position in the game. You're going to see, there's still cards that are like core elites in here at C tier. Even like day one cards like Nyheim Hines, Dearness Johnson are still at B tier. So yeah, it's been a very slow progressing position. Hopefully with Most Feared coming up, that will change and we'll get a lot of running back love, but there really hasn't been that much variety or progression at the running back position. But yeah, getting us started today, we have our shout out of the day, and that goes to my man Sam Howell 2 for commenting the emoji of the day on last video. And if you want a chance to be shouted out in the next one, let's comment the bear emoji. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications. If you find these videos helpful, hit that like button, and let's just get started. Okay, the first card we're looking at today is the completely free team captain, Frank Gore. EA's done a pretty good job at keeping the team captains updated throughout the year. Frank Gore, his first card wasn't good. He had like 80 speed, so obviously as he upgrades, he's still pretty solid actually. Against all the other running backs in the game right now, which is crazy to say. That's just how slow the position's progressing. Not much of a receiving back, but as a power back, he's pretty tough, man. 90 trucking, 89 stiff arm, 5'9", 212 with 86 speed and 88 acceleration, which you definitely do feel out there. Good break tackle, things like that. So Frank Gore, this card actually does play pretty well, but most likely you're not gonna. I feel like there are probably two other better team captains than Frank Gore, like much better at their position. So there's really no point in using Frank Gore. But if you have Frank Gore, if you want to use Frank Gore, he is actually a high A tier running back right now in this game. So if you put him on a theme team, 87 speed on a 25 out of 25, all 32 team chems. So no matter what team you have him on, you can get onto 87 speed, which is actually pretty nice. So yeah, Frank Gore, top of A tier. And next up, we have a card that I really like, and that is the 87 speed, 89 acceleration Raheem Mostert. Acceleration this year is something I've noticed that is very valuable on any ball carrier, whether it's a receiver or a quarterback, even a running back. I think acceleration is one of the more underrated things in this game, especially if you have the good speed to match it. And for running backs for the rest of the year, what I'm looking for is a running back that not only has good speed, but I actually would like his acceleration to be better than his speed. And Raheem's just an example of that right here. 81 speed, 81 overall, so he's not going to have anything crazy as far as juke move goes or anything else like pass catching or anything. But on a theme team, he does get a good amount of them. Niners, Bears, Browns, Dolphins, and Ravens theme team. So a lot of, Niners a good theme team. Dolphins, I really like them as a theme team. Ravens, I love them as a theme team. So, three really popular theme teams get Raheem, and I think this card is really good. Especially, and even not on a theme team. For you budget guys out there, for 11K, the fact that you're able to get what I believe is an A-tier running back, that it's hard to beat that for the budget guys out there. So if you're just getting started in this game, one of the first buys, and I always say this, I'd rather have a budget offense than a budget defense. If you're just getting on the game, build that defense up with actual good cards, and then use the budget guys on offense because you're able to control a lot more on offense than you are able to control on defense, in my opinion. So Raheem, for 10K, 11K, that's a great buy for what I think is one of the best physical cards in this game right now at the running back position. And yeah, I probably should say this. I will be live for the Most Feared reveal on Wednesday night. That's when the next stream will be. If you're wondering where I stream right here on YouTube. But probably gonna be. I think the stream goes live at 7:30. So I'll be live at like 6:30 on Wednesday night for the Most Feared reveal stream. I'm super excited for that one. But next will be at Naji Harris. Naji Harris, a little bit overlooked. Me personally, I didn't actually do a Naji Harris gameplay just because I was so mad that he's on my fantasy team. And I just couldn't look at him even in game. But this guy is actually not awful. He's 6'2", 242, so a good weight. 87 speed, 88 acceleration, and he's not much of an elusive back. The COD is actually really good on this card for a power back, and I like Naji cards because they are somewhat unique because in Madden they make him move like he's elusive, but he doesn't have the juke move or the spin move. He's more of a power back with carrying and he can't catch passes. It's a very interesting combination because normally on power backs I don't give him good COD or anything like that. Even 84 agility is pretty good. So a good build on Naj. He's not going to get your juke boxes, but he does get bulldozer, which I don't think it's sad. It's only week 5 and everybody hates it. Okay. All right. I'm going to put Naji at the top of A tier. Yeah, if you had a Steelers team, he's the best Steelers running back in the game right now. The Steelers theme team is looking pretty good. And next up, we have a card that I really like and you're able to get for completely free. I made a video about this card on Tuesday or Wednesday. I think maybe Wednesday. Yeah, I think it was Wednesday. But Arian Foster, really, really solid. 88 speed, 87 acceleration. And although some of these stats might be a little bit underwhelming, the reason why this card is so good is because, EA is able to control ability slots and things like that. And they did him really well. They did him with RB Apprentice. I'm not sure why. I mean, this is definitely just not right. People just don't be putting in the abilities right, because he does get jukebox, and that is, really good. And what this guy's saying is true. His jukebox is almost the same as Bo, but still effective. Jukebox doesn't matter. I mean, I would not use him in joystick. It doesn't make a difference, but jukebox is a really good ability that allows you to skip juke 5 people, 4 people at one time. If it's one-on-one, you're almost breaking that tackle 70% of the time, or making that guy miss 70% of the time, whether it's a CPU or a user. Jukebox is just that good. And Arian Foster moves like the best running backs in this game. He's got speed where he's at that level with the best running backs in this game right now. 6'1", 227, really checks every single box you'd want for a running back. So Arian Foster, for completely free, he's S tier easily. Has the physicals, has the abilities. There's nothing he doesn't have that an 88, 89 overall running back has. So, yeah, Arian Foster, easy S tier. The next man up is DeAndre Swift. And if you used this DeAndre Swift card, this one right here, where is he? This one right here. This card played really good. He stayed relevant for a pretty long time. Just because he played well. In my opinion, he played really well. So I was excited when I saw this Swift card. I have a Lions team as well. And I used Swift for a good amount of time. I actually might go ahead and buy him back for that price. I wish he got down a little bit more, but it's okay. 88 speed, 87 acceleration, good carrying, good COD, good juke move, good break tackle, and also a pretty solid pass catcher for an early-ish game running back. And then the abilities, he does get jukebox. Unfortunately, does not get the apprentices, even that Arian Foster gets. But DeAndre Swift cards play really well. I like his build. I like the shorter backs this year. The way that running backs interact with the offensive line. As far as going through the tackles, I like the smaller backs this year. I think, smaller backs, if you use Bo through the tackles and you like them like that, good. To me, Bo played a lot better outside when you were running stretch plays, or, that wing slot stretch play, or getting him the ball on the outside. To me, was where Bo was super effective. But we'll talk about Bo when we get to Bo Jackson. But for now, DeAndre, I'm going to put him in front of Arian Foster. That's if you don't need RB Apprentice. If you want RB Apprentice, Arian Foster is obviously the better choice there. But as far as running with the ball in their hands, I did like Swift a little bit more. And these are 2 cards I used for, probably 10 games a piece. Swift probably more than that, because I used them for probably a week or so. So yeah, I've experience with both these backs, but I do like Swift just a little bit more, and the card just moves very well. And next up, we have Walter Payton, and I'm someone that's always a huge fan of Walter Payton cards. But for me, this card, he didn't play that great, and I don't know why. I think it could be the acceleration. I don't know what it is about this card. His jukebox feels good. He's obviously very good. Okay, I'm going to say that right now. He's obviously very good. And honestly, I'd give him another chance for his price tag right now. At 200K, I might go back and give him a try. But, good pass catcher, 80 short route running. Does get all the important running back abilities like RB Apprentice and jukebox. So those are the main 2 ones I'm looking for right now in a running back. I don't care for spin cycle or even evasive or joystick. I don't care about those abilities because the spin move is just not good. Even with the ability, it really doesn't feel the same, doesn't look the same. But jukebox, you see a major difference. So jukebox is really good. Even like bulldozer, even bulldozer animations are just too slow in my opinion. So Walter Payton, 89 speed with a good juke move, good COD, and even his strength solid for like an elusive back, decent trucking, good stiff arm. So for now, I'm gonna put Walter Payton at the top of S tier, but I just don't think even though he's like the fastest running back besides one other guy with good acceleration, he's not the best I've used this year. He just isn't. Although you might think he would be with those stats. I don't know. I might not be alone here, but he's obviously still good at S tier. He's obviously still very good, but I don't know. And now this right here was a card that when I used him, I felt like he was just dominant. Was able to break tackles, was able to fall forward, has elite pass catching stats, which is kind of like the cherry on top because he also has 90 carry with a 90 juke move, 91 COD, an 86 spin move. And this is an example of a guy I was talking about like with Raheem Mostert, where he already has really good speed. And if we go back to Walter Payton, you're going to see that, 89 speed, but 86 acceleration. So that's probably why the card didn't feel as good to me compared to a guy like CMC, who's got an 88 speed with 2 better acceleration, which I think is going to be the move this year on all your cards. If you can find something like this, it's really good. So CMC just checks all the boxes for me. Of course, does get really good abilities as well with RB Apprentice and Jukebox, the 2 ones that I care about. So, CMC, really, really do like his card. And if you're looking for a new running back, if you've used Bo for a while, I mean, what is his price right now, by the way? What is CMC's price at right now? 300K? Yeah, he's worth that. This card is really, really good. And yes, CMC is great, but still, to me, the best running back I've used this year is just still Bo Jackson. I hate this, like, I hate saying this, and I even said it in the best at each position video, and I hate saying this, but even though he came out in August, and it is now October 9th while I'm recording this, I mean, this dude is just still so good, and it doesn't matter what your play style is either. He had RB Apprentice and Jukebox in August, and I don't know what it's about this card. It could be his build, it could be the Juke. I don't know, man. He just plays at a different level. Bo Jackson, to me, is the best running back in the game still. If you want to, you're bored of him, I get it. I was bored of him too. I don't use him anymore either because I used him for so damn long. But the reality of it is Bo is the best running back I've used this year. There's guys that have come close, like CMC. I think he's definitely come close, but I've had so much success with Bo Jackson. And his jukebox, juke animation is nasty. Even when they sometimes do make the play, Bo has those big shoulder pads. He's 227. So, yeah, Bo, to me, still RB1 in this game, which is just insane because, again, he came out on August 31st. And finally, last but not least, we have the completely free, unstoppable Derrick Henry. I made a video about this card and how to get him on Thursday if you want to go check it out. But this card is completely free. 89 speed, so he is tied with Walter Payton as the fastest running back in the game. However, the 85 acceleration, you don't get to see this speed as often, although it's not bad. And I feel like they've done a pretty good job with making Derrick Henry cards feel pretty realistic. Because it does take him a little bit while to even get going in real life. But when he does, he's dangerous. But really high break tackle, good truck, good stiff arm, even good carrying, and of course does get those unstoppable X factors. If you can get 2 touchdowns and get this guy evasive and be able to juke with this card, it would just be nasty. But obviously without it, 82 juke move is not bad, but it's not great either. So Derrick Henry, to me, it does take a certain kind of play style to use this card. I like him a lot. I'm gonna put him behind CMC, behind Bo Jackson. If you're someone that if you want to just try a new running back, go grind out. It's like a 20-minute grind of solos. Then all you gotta do is do one champion set, and you're able to get Derrick Henry. So it's not that much, but if you want to try a new running back, Derrick Henry is a nice little way to spice it up. He definitely plays different than Bo. Definitely plays different than CMC. But I mean, if you want a pass catcher, it's CMC. It's 100% CMC because Bo still has those drops. Bo definitely still has those drops. So as far as a pass catching running back, CMC is number 1 to me. Bo with the ball in his hands is number 1 still. And, Derrick Henry's still very good, but I don't think he's as good as these two guys. I just don't think he is. So, that is the running back tier list. Let me know who's too high, who's too low, who was snubbed, what would you change? Let me know down in the comment section. Comment that emoji of the day. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you found the video helpful, hit that like button. And as always, I will see you boys in the next one.